Hello there. If you're watching this, then either you're my girlfriend or I've got a view. The reason I'm saying that is because this is my very first YouTube video. As I am waiting for this iron to melt, I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about what my plan is for YouTube and what you're watching right now, because what you're watching is a Minecraft Let's Play, or well, it's going to be. My idea with this channel and with this Minecraft Let's Play basically is to fill in a niche in Minecraft YouTube that I myself have found I'm missing. In my experience, a lot of YouTubers and a lot of Minecraft YouTubers, a lot of YouTubers in general, they all create content that is the biggest and the best and the most inspiring, there goes my pickaxe, the most mind-blowing content, in the case of Minecraft YouTube, the most mind-blowing big builds in every single video. They need to make a pickaxe. I think it's just a symptom of the YouTube algorithm, but people always, every video ends up being something amazing. These YouTubers, it's their full-time job, so they have the ability to and the time to build these just beautiful, magnificent builds, great things, absolutely wonderful, which is great. But I'm planning not to do that, and I'm going to create relatable Minecraft videos, more slightly lower pace, more accessible videos in which I take my time a little more. I don't build entire villages, entire projects in a single video, in a single episode, and I just take my time. It's a chill, wound down, lower paced type of content, and I think that's something that there's a reason all these YouTubers don't make content like this, right? Because it doesn't do well. It doesn't get picked up by algorithms, and in a sea of content that is just packed with incredible, mind-blowing projects, you're just not as interesting. But I have peace with that. I am not starting this to be a successful full-time YouTuber. I'm starting this project because I think it'll be fun to make videos, and because I want to make videos that I enjoy, the type of videos that I would like to see. Welcome back, guys. So I've done a bit of exploring. I say a bit. I traveled about, what is it, 2,000 blocks, 2,500 blocks. Yeah, this large biome world is big. You can walk for a long time and still be in the same biome. I like it. I think it's cool. But I think I have found a spot that I want to set up. I really like this beachy area, or just area with water at least. I'm not sure I'll set up right on the beach, but I think just this general area with the water, it gives us some opportunities. We can do something with like fishing, farming, something with ships. I haven't built a lot of ships in Minecraft, which this shipwreck. I found two. There's two right next to each other. I don't think I've ever seen that before. But I just like the water. I'd like to build next to water, build some bridges, build some stuff like that. And for right now, I think that maybe I'll pick this shipwreck and I might just turn this into my house. I just came up with the idea to... Ooh, armor trims. I forgot about those. I haven't played a lot of the new Minecraft versions yet, but I'm excited to. Is there no buried treasure map? I thought... Is that the only loot chest in this ship? I thought every shipwreck had a buried treasure map. Or was like supposed to, at least. But maybe not. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. I think so. But I think it would be a really cool idea to turn this shipwreck back into the ship it once was, and to turn that into our little starter base. We could live on this ship, and then in the future, if we build stuff over there, we'll have a nice vantage point from our ship to look at it. Actually, now that I think about it, the shipwreck is kind of a sunken ship, so I'm not sure that's gonna work, because it's, well, this one is, I think it's a little worse than that one, but they're kind of under the water, they're submerged. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to turn that back into a normal ship without just tearing it down and building a new ship on top. I guess let's go check. Let's go back. Let's check out the ship and see just how far the ship has sunk into the water, just how deep it is submerged, and I'll see if it's possible to turn this into a new ship. It does seem to look like that the ship has been quite substantially submerged underwater, so I think I'm probably going to be better off just tearing it down and building a new one, or maybe building a different ship out there in the water, kind of closer to the land, where I'm gonna end up building instead of transforming this shipwreck into the ship it once was. So I think I'm gonna tear down this shipwreck, and I'll catch back up with you guys in a bit when I've gathered some materials and I've started to work on the ship. Alright, welcome back. As you can see, I've started building the first outlines of our little boat, but to be honest, it's been a few days since I built this outline, this general shape, and coming back now, revisiting it, I'm not sure I like it that much. It's hard getting the shape right. Boats are... I didn't make it easy on myself starting off by living in a boat, because they're very organic and fluid shapes, which is... it's very hard to recreate in Minecraft. Like, I think especially on a scale like this, if you're building a giant boat, you can get away with the curves a little more than on a smaller scale like this. And I think the shipwreck does it pretty okay, but I want something a little bit smaller. So I think I'm actually going to tear this down, because I came up with well, I didn't come up with anything. I saw Pixel Brew, it's a pretty small, different Minecraft YouTuber. I saw him do some boats recently that are they're a lot straighter, a lot less curved around. Like if we come to this side, to the front of the boat. Actually, let's get on top of the boat. So, standing on top of this boat, we can see it has a pointy, curved but also pointy shape at the front and a curve around the back. But the boats I saw Pixel Brew build, they're straighter. They're they're not as rounded off as the boat I'm trying to build right now is, and shipwrecks are. So I think I'm gonna tear this one down, and I will take some inspiration of his boat, and I'll go with something else. I already have a bit of a vision in my head for what it's gonna look like. So I think that'll just work a lot better on this small scale. And while I tear down the boat, I think I'd like to talk to you a little bit about why I am starting this YouTube channel, this series, because I started this video talking a little bit about the kind of videos that I plan to make, the kind of content you can expect to see. But oh damn! All right, let me deal with this guy first. All right, with that taken care of, let's continue. You're gotta be kidding me. Alright, I got a new axe, and I also slept through the night. So now I should be able to start tearing this boat down without any more interruptions. So yeah, as I was saying, I started this video off. I talked to you about what you can expect, what the kind of videos I'm gonna be making, and I mentioned that a lot of these, I tend to compare myself a lot to some other YouTubers, and this isn't exclusively about Minecraft YouTubers. Just in general, people on the internet make the coolest stuff ever. Because you see people that have years of experience and knowledge in a certain subject, whether it be Minecraft or, well, me personally, I watch a lot of filmmaking YouTube too, because, well, it's something I enjoy and something I like. The kind of people you see, they have so much experience and they have a lot of time to make cool stuff, and I tend to compare myself to that. So, well, I explained that I want my videos to kind of differ from that. The reason I want to do that is to both provide a different type of content for people that might be looking for it. But mainly it's for myself, because I want to start to be happy or appreciate the stuff that I make more. Instead of, I want to compare myself less to people I see online making the coolest stuff ever, and I want to be appreciative of what I make, because if you just take the time, you can take the time to appreciate and enjoy what you make. You can tell that the stuff I make right now, and, well, I'm talking, yeah, both in Minecraft or also like video stuff I do in general, photography, I like doing photography too. The stuff I make right now is already, I'm gonna leave this block. It's already so much better than the stuff I was making a year ago. So, but I don't appreciate that enough, because I focus a lot on seeing other people online make stuff that's even better than me, and I compare myself. So then I end up not being happy with the stuff that I make. I have to take the time and learn to be more appreciative of the stuff I make, and that's what I'm starting this YouTube channel for. I want to appreciate the stuff I make, yeah, both the builds I make in Minecraft and the videos that I make, because, well, in this case, I'm starting to make YouTube videos, which I've never done before. I don't know if it's gonna turn out any good, but we'll see. I think that's part of the fun. That could be part of the fun. It should be, is just making stuff for fun and not worrying about the end result. So these might not be the very best videos. These might not be videos I'm happy with at all, but well, that's kind of the point. I want to be more happy with the stuff I do, regardless of the quality it turns out to be. Alright, so right now this boat looks very simple because my idea is to build a house on top of this boat. And that, well, you might think that's cheating because, well, I said I was going to build a boat instead of a house, but I end up building a house anyways. But I think that when I get some of this done, I think you might see the vision. The idea is to have this boat, and on the back of this boat right here I'm going to build a little house. Then the front would be empty and we'd have room for supplies, where in practicality my chests would end up going. It's going to be a cargo boat, kind of. So on the front of it we'll have room for the cargo, and the back of it will be a little house or a cabin, which is going to function as our house. I think it's looking pretty cool. With the house in place, and I've done some texturing, it's starting to come together as a polished build. Now, seeing it from a little bit further over there, it does look quite funky and just a little weird. So I'm thinking that maybe I should, yeah, see, this side looks pretty weird. So maybe I will try to replace this roof with a regular pointed roof instead of an asymmetrical one, and see what that does. Yeah, I think this was the angle I liked best with the slanted roof, but this is looking better. I am liking this already. It's starting to really come together. Don't mind the dirt that I accidentally left out there, but yes, just having this A-pillar roof next to the sunset, this is starting to look just wonderful. So I think next up I am going to add a mast, and I'm going to see if that looks good at all, if I even want a mast. This is looking pretty cool. I think I like it. I just think it's a little short right now. Yeah, I'm gonna raise this up just a little bit, and then I think I'll add a bit of a rolled up, what do you call it? What do you call the big wind catching part? A sail, of course. Yes, I'm going to add a rolled up sail. I'm not going to have a big open sail. That also wouldn't make sense. The idea is that the boat is kind of chilling here. No, actually, the boat would be sailing through here. It's not docked, but no, just anyways, I don't want a big wide open sail to disrupt this build. I'm just going to add a rolled up sail, and I'm going to extend this mast a bit, and let's see how that looks. know what? I'm not sure about this sail. It just looks off. I'm not sure why, but I saw this side is longer than the other side. I built it angled the other way around first, like this, instead of like this. But this does look better. It just looks kind of off for some reason. Maybe if I make this side longer too, then it'll look better. Let's try that out. I'm not sure. You know, it doesn't look bad. It also just feels like there's just something about it that's not quite right. But I think I'm happy with it. I think it's good enough. I'm happy with it. I think if we just detail the boat around a little more, oh gosh. If we detail the boat a little more, it'll start to look better. So let's do that. Oh, and I can't skip the rain either. You know what? I think I've done a lot of back and forth talking to you guys. I think I'm gonna finish detailing up this boat and I'll just show it to you guys after. And as the sun is starting to set, I've completed, well, almost completed this boat, our little starter house, our boat. Let's check it out close up, because I decided it's gonna be a kelp salesman or a kelp seller, a kelp selling boat. That's why it's carrying kelp. Well, let's just head over to the boat so we can sleep. I don't think any mobs can get up here, and I think these lanterns are enough to spawn-proof the boat. Yeah, it's... Well, as I said before, the plan was to turn this into a cargo boat. Which I did first by just adding a bunch of like barrels and chests and composters, which I don't really technically need, but they're nice decoration. Same with the loom. But then I decided it felt like something was missing. It needed a little more story, a little more relevance. So I decided that this boat salesman would, well, I guess me, because I'm living here, he needed something to sell. So I decided on kelp. So that's why he's carrying a bunch of kelp. And well, if you look too closely, this guy is annoying me. If you look too closely, you can see a little kelp actually poking through, all the way through the ship. Let's see, can I enter in here somewhere? I can swim in if I'm first. Yes. Some kelp is actually poking through the hull of the ship, but that's okay, it works. It's not too noticeable. I added a little chimney on top of our house. Because, well, I need some place to cook. And the little chimney worked quite well, I think. Yeah, mossy cobblestone, because this side, the bottom, gets a lot of water. And then it goes through a little hole in the roof. It might be a little messy, but I think it works. It works in the world building. It's a cargo ship. It's meant for to be used, not to be pretty. So having a little hole in the roof to fit the chimney through, that's okay. The fisherman was the fisherman. He lives on a boat. He's not a fisherman. The kelp salesman was willing to make the compromise. In here we've got our bed. Let's take a nap while we're at it. And then we have a little place to cook some food. The chimney then goes outside in some storage. And again here a lot of storage. So this is gonna work great as our little starter base. We've got plenty of space, at least for a little while, to store our supplies, with some more inside as well. But we've got plenty of storage. I think this will be great to start us out with, on top of this mast we have a bit of a little crow's nest. We can enjoy the view from here once we've built up some more of the area around here. We'll have a wonderful place to keep looking over it, which I think is nice. We can keep revisiting our little starter house boat to enjoy the view of what we've built in the future. And speaking of building in the future, I think while I was building this little boat, I realized that there's an opening through the water here and on this side too. So I thought just this island could form a kind of a natural breakwater, which, if you don't know what that is, in real ports they have kind of jut outs and areas to prevent too much water from flowing into the port. Because if this area, let's say we're gonna build a port here, some docks, right? If this was exposed to the wide open sea, you get like big waves crashing in here, which is gonna mess up the ships trying to dock, the ships that are parked or docked to the port. It's just gonna lead to trouble and stuff you don't want. So then they add stuff like this island could be a natural way to break up the waves that are coming this way to get some more still water right here, which would work perfectly as a way to add some docks here. So I think that could be a great way to add some natural story and world building into our area. And I think in future episodes later on we'll turn this area into a nice bustling port town driven by trade, like this kelp salesman. And then one more thing I wanted to show you on this boat is this side right here. Right now it's empty, this side of the house, but that's just because I don't have the materials right now at my little chest bit. I only have 3 wool, but I need some more because I want to make some banners right here. You could perfectly fit 4 banners that could spell out kelp. It could be a bit of advertising for our kelp salesman to let people know what he does. And just one last thing before we head off and call it for this episode. Load on some shaders and take a look at our boat like this, because that just looks... Shaders just make every build look good. It's kind of a cheat code, right? Because yeah, look at that. Once we get the banners in to sell our kelp, that's gonna just look great. Let's take a look up here. I think this is my favorite angle to view the boat from. It is looking absolutely wonderful. And with that, I'm gonna call it for this very first episode. And thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.